Ask for divine blessing, shall we? To the divine supreme God, divine Father, Mother, to all the spiritual elders, holy masters, to all the saints of all traditions, archangels, holy angels, spiritual helpers, personally to my teacher, Master Twakok Sui Mahagu Jumeling, we thank you for divine light, divine love. Thank you for your compassionate, purifying light, and soothing, healing energy. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right, so I hope you were able to watch the earlier Anchor the Light, and it seems like upon inner reflection, I think we overdid it because some people, I think their mind were so blown that what hit them. This thing about time, go back to it. Most people think time is absolute, right? They think even Isaac Newton thought that time was absolute. And here comes Einstein, super duper genius, says, no, it's not absolute. Okay, so study it further. What I shared with you earlier in the earlier video is if you watch it again, maybe once or twice, maybe another time, you will get insights of why some of you are almost experiencing the past, the present, and the future all in the now. And that's the part where people go, oh yeah, I had this weird thing, must be something I'm smoking. No, it's not. Because time, again, we'll watch the video, I went through it in detail, time is dependent on many, many factors. It's not absolute. By itself, every time there's mass, if you have a mass, the area around it, the space and time is already warped. That's what Einstein general relativity, the warping of space-time. Okay, so study it, and then he didn't even introduce the spiritual aspect of it. Once you introduce the spiritual aspect of it, the E is equal to mc square, where nothing can travel as fast as the speed of light, is now broken because consciousness can travel faster than the speed of light. That's why that's why yogis can experience the past, the present, and the future in the present moment. Okay? Now tonight, or today, in the rest of the world, I want to just share with you, just to kind of change gears a little bit, on Sun Tzu. Okay, as for some of you who are new, Sun Tzu or Sun Tzu, depending on how you call it, he has this book called The Art of War. And it's actually, if you translate it, Ping Fa, it's how you write it in Chinese, it's actually not art of war. That's just like the romanticized Hollywood, make it really so people like it. It's not an art of war. Ping Fa, basically military strategy. But if you say, he wrote a book on military strategy, go, yeah, there are a dime a dozen. The Art of War. Ooh. Okay? Anyway, this guy is genius. He was around when the Three Kingdoms are. I studied that in Chinese history. It's pretty messy time of that. If you can have a chance, just go watch. There's a documentary. I think it's National Geographic or whatever. It's pretty good. It's got pictures. All right? Anyway, so Sun Tzu, it's military strategies. He says something very interesting. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. Okay? Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. Now you say, what are you talking about? Put in practical application. Somebody has hurt you, right? And you go, man, this guy, I'm going to bury him. I mean, it's natural tendency. You say, this guy hurt me, so I'm going to make him pay. So let's just play out the scenario. Let's say this person, I don't know, cheated you out of money. And you caught him, and you say, hey, you cheated me out of whatever, $100. And that person says, yeah, but well, it's not, I really didn't cheat you. What happened was, blah, blah, they make some cockamamie excuse. So you're listening to this, he knows he got caught, right? And you know that this guy is just making things up. But just you listen, you go, yeah, hey, bro, really, I'm very sorry. I should have been more careful. I really apologize. I wasn't trying to steal from you. It's just that, this happened, this. He's lying. Hear me out here. He's lying. But you could tell that he was genuinely remorseful. They say, I shouldn't have done this. And then he just say, hey, brother, I'm sorry, or sister, or mother, or whatever relative you want to call you, uncle. I'm really sorry. Anyway, it won't happen again. So you have two choices. Choice one, you can bury the guy and say, hey, you're lying, man. You really did it. I mean, you push it. Come on, admit it. You were trying to steal from me. That's one way to do it. Another way is based on the look on your eyes, you go, okay, I think this guy got the point. I think he got the point that he got caught, and there's genuine remorse in his voice. And I think he's smart enough to know that one, he'll break our friendship, and number two, I'm gonna be careful and look at everything this person does. And number three, he's important in the company. Let's just kind of put those things together, right? So, if you go with scenario one, you bury the guy. His self-esteem is down to almost zero, and you reprimand it in front of his colleagues to make him feel bad. I mean, literally bury him, without giving him room to retreat with some dignity. That is probably one of the worst decisions you make, because there's a high probability this person say, I already apologize, I realize I have a mistake already. But since you want to do it this way, okay, I'll do something to you. It's possible. Make sense? If you don't give the person some dignity to back out, you're asking for problems. If you do it the other way, you go, okay. Anyway, all right. So, it's important for the company to move forward, and that we should be transparent, blah, blah, blah. And you set, certain standards and controls within the system so it doesn't happen again. And you leave this guy with his dignity. That person, when you talk to people, you guys, it's like, if I'm him, you go, yeah, I think the boss knows that I know that he knows that we have an understanding that I got caught, but, he gave me a second chance without saying anything. And I'll be very grateful. I'll do my job properly. See the difference? If I'm the person on the other side, I go, man, I got caught. I screwed up. Oh, sheesh, man, he showed mercy. Okay. Anyway, this is the company I want to work for. For example, now, which one would you think would be a better approach? Just kind of destroy the guy, or give him a little hole to kind of squeeze out of? You know that he knows that you know that you're kind of letting this pass, but you caught him. Same thing with your children. You pin them to the wall and say, you did this. And you're like, okay, you're not going to ground it for the next 10 years, whatever. If the reprimand is so bad, you don't give that person a chance to kind of, okay, I got it already. What else do you want? In the big picture, you're creating enemies, and you will not have peace. You might think, oh yeah, it felt good, man. I buried this guy. Watch out. That's when problems come to haunt you after. Same thing with relationships. Yeah, I remember this because the reason I picked this is because many years ago, Master already told us about this. We were in a lecture, I think it was Arhatic Yoga. It was connected to forgiveness. It was connected to the topic of forgiveness. When a person makes a mistake, if you're not willing to forgive and you nail them, you don't give them, a way to kind of live with dignity. Number one, that's negative karma on your part, because it's not as much as, okay, this is wrong, this is right. Now you have a negative intention to really hurt the person. And number two, as far as the other person is concerned, if you destroy their self-esteem, then that has repercussions. Their self-esteem is destroyed. It affects their lifestyle, affects their family, affects their work, and who knows what will happen, affects their health. All those effects that happen because of you just nailing them to the wall, well, you get a commission on that. Karmic commission. Because at that point, you would have the same effect of letting them know, hey, you messed up, buddy. And you already know they got it, but you still want to nail them to the wall? Good luck with that. That's why I remember Master just said, when he has employees, when they make a mistake, he tells them, he talks to them, and then after he goes like this, okay, this is the mistake. This is how you do this. Get a pen, write it down. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. You got it? And the person says, yes. You sure? Okay, repeat it to me. The person repeats it. And then he goes, okay, I'll expect this from you now. Because he saw that there was already a level of remorse in the employee, and the person says, I'll do better. Let him go. He said, if I push him to the wall, and really say, come on, admit it, you really messed up, just to kind of make them feel bad, it's counterproductive. So with Sun Tzu, in the art of war or military strategy, same thing. If your opponent, in this case, the warring armies, the army already, you could already tell the army is like, okay, they know that they're kind of screwed. They're down to a few troops, and you got a huge army, and you're gonna go, okay, you talk to the general to general. Okay, let's have a conversation. We can destroy you, slaughter everybody, or you can just say that, hey, you want to start your own kingdom somewhere else, and we'll just kind of look through it. We'll just look away and let you kind of go away. Or you just say, okay, kill everybody. If you do that, if you miss someone, they could come back in a few generations. That's why you watch movies. I don't know if you guys watch Chinese movies, martial arts. In ancient China, they're pretty crazy ruthless. What they do is if there's a rebellion, then not only do they kill the bad guy, they kill the entire family. Because they don't want only one person to come back and say, hey, you did this to me. Get the idea? Now, the smarter ones will say, okay, I realize you tried to rebel, but you have the skills. Okay, I'll give you a position in my court, but you have to be loyal. I'll be watching. So that's like building him a golden bridge to give him an opportunity to be better. This is very, very important because the human nature, the emotional body, always is like, let's get even. Let's bury this guy. That might feel good to your emotional body. Your mental body might justify it. But on the soul level, it's a terrible idea. Let me play it out for you, and then after this, we'll do a meditation. We taught this in the Inner Buddhism Revealed. We also taught this in Arhatic Yoga. The way Master Cho explained to me is something like, not to me, not to hoard teachings, to us. It starts with anger. Regardless if the offense is justified or not, okay? Or whether you're angry or not, if it's justified for you to be angry or not. It starts with anger. If the person does not forgive, at some point that anger starts to degenerate, gets worse and worse, and you keep thinking about the person, that anger turns into hatred. And if that person still does not let go of it, that hatred degenerates down to vindictiveness, getting even. So, yeah, you did this to me. At first they're just angry. Oh, yeah, I can't believe you did this to me. Then their hatred, that's all they think about. This person can't stand him. Then, at some point, it started degenerating like, they did this to me, huh? I'm going to do that to them. They deserve it. That's already vindictiveness. And from there, again, it's a downward spiral. From there, it becomes malice or maliciousness. Not only are we getting even, I want to make sure this person pays and add a little extra to it. I'll make them suffer a little more. That goes down to maliciousness. Okay? Now watch this. If you still don't pull yourself out of this hole, it turns into ruthlessness. Ruthlessness means everything is okay. No holds barred. Everything is justified. No matter how much you destroy the person and do whatever crazy stuff you do, it's justified because whatever your crazy mind thought. And I remember Master Cho said, it starts with anger. You don't let go of that anger, it's very quick for it to degenerate down to hatred, down to vindictiveness, down to maliciousness, and down to ruthlessness, or actually, the better term is viciousness, being vicious. Instead of just kind of cutting, you cut 1,000 times. You heard that saying, death by 1,000 cuts? That's being vicious. I'm sharing that with you because most people say, yeah, but they don't understand. I know some of you are laughing at the way I make those voices, but it's just to kind of emphasize. Yeah, you don't understand. You know how much they did this to me, so they deserve it. So I'm going to bury them, make sure their ancestors and their descendants will never the light of day. Don't see the light of day. Some crazy stuff, stupid stuff like that. If you do it that way, watch out. Number one, the damage that is done the shockwaves go out, you have a karmic royalty. Yep. Hey, I didn't make the rules. Somebody go, I don't believe in that stuff. Okay, suit yourself. As I always say, if your mind is made up, I don't want to change it with facts. People always say, wait, that's kind of doesn't make sense. Well, yeah, if your mind is made up, why should I waste my time? Then you just have to learn it the hard way. The way my teacher explained to me was like, people learn lessons two ways. One is through their teachers, right? It can be anyone. Another way is through life. Guess who's kinder? Teacher, because you're learning from the teacher's mistakes. You're learning from someone who already screwed up and already know what not to do and what to do, and all you're doing is extracting basically the information, the lesson, without having to pay the pain, the price of pain. They already did that. But some people, and I've actually read books where people are like so delusional, I don't need a teacher, I can be enlightened by myself. You know what the high beings say? Go for it. And at some point when they suffer so much, they go, help! Good thing there's divine mercy. Otherwise, they're really totally screwed. Make sense? So, even though the anger is justified, let's say somebody really messed up, hurt you. Even though it's justified, it's up to you whether you let it degenerate further or you just say, okay, what is the dosage of response? Dosage, like how much? Like if you're supposed to take one pill and you took 20, it's the same thing, but one could kill you. One is just to heal you. Good idea? So, justified anger. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, that person is so that's not right. Then you ask yourself, okay, what should I do about it? Always focus more on the solution rather than dwelling on the pain. You dwell on the pain, then before you know it, the emotion body gets all riled up. Oh yeah, can you believe it? He did this to me, he did to me. That emotion body goes crazy. And then your mental faculty will join the party and says, yeah, man, what should we do to this guy? Since they did this, how do I get even? So now the mental faculty, which is ice cold, no feelings, right? That's why it's mental faculty. The mental faculty start calculating. Okay, if you inflict this much pain, this is how much do we get? This how? Nah, not enough pain. Let's add more. And the emotional body, yeah, it's justified. Then you're really in trouble. Then the charioteer really lost control of the emotional horse, the mental horse, and then the physical horse is the one that executes it. That's that. You path down to that ravine. So the solution is the F word. Not the F word that most of you know. It's the F word called forgiveness. Right? I don't cuss. But just in case you're looking at thought I'm going to say that, no, it's the other F word, which is forgiveness. Forgive, learn to let go, move on. You don't move on, those thoughts of anger, resentment, hatred, and so on, will be the demons that torment you. Simple as that. You heard of the story of King Saul in somewhere in the Old Testament. Remember, he was jealous of David, right? David, the shepherd, he was favored. Although King Saul was the first king of Israel, I think so. Forgot. It's been a while since I studied. Okay. He's a king, but he was not favored by God. David was. And so he was very, very jealous. You guys remember that? Some of you who know the story was so jealous. And then David would come in and play his harp. I think it's harp, not the bass guitar, right? I don't think they have it then. Anyway, they play it and soothe his pain. And then afterwards, after David leaves, before you know it, he's tormented by demons again. Now, when he said tormented by demons, you have to realize, you have to understand the deeper teachings. These are not demons like, that type of deal. Those were self-created. Those were the thought forms and the emotional forms that he created because he was so jealous and angry of David. So these thoughts become so strong, they're like living entities surrounding him. So when David comes in and plays his harp, David having a big spiritual chord, the divine energy flowing through him, the music soothes solar plexus and the other chakras, and a lot of these so-called demons or thought forms are quiet. Like qualities attract. In this case, there's nothing to attract, so it's like, okay, let me go away. As soon as that soothing music goes away, or that cleansing music goes away, goes up like that. So most people create their own demons. Now, before you guys go crazy, go, oh, I'm afraid of demons. I was in Greece a few years ago. If you study the word demon, a demon simply means, it comes from the Greek word demonios, simply means energy being. It's just that it's been usually connected to beings that are of lower in the evolutionary path. Just like you and I, you go from cavemen to people who are educated, cultured, and hopefully at some point we keep evolving to be saints and, ascended masters. I mean, that's the path, like this. Angelic kingdom, based on what we're told, is the same way. You have lower entities, elementals, nature spirits, and then at some point they evolve to be angels, archangels, and go higher. You have to realize God is merciful. So people who are tormented by demons because they think so negatively and are always so angry, those are the self-created thought forms and emotional forms. They put so much energy into it. Since they do not forgive, do not let go, and that's all they think of, they're meditating on it, they're feeding it energy, then those become the entities that haunt them. That's it. And you hear me say this so many times. Guess what people do when they're tormented by their own thought forms? Instead of saying, yeah, I better stop my stinking thinking, as Zig Ziglar says, instead of admitting, yeah, these are my own thoughts, these are my own creations, I better stop it and disintegrate it, learn to forgive and let go. Guess what the default reasoning always is? The blaming. Yeah, I'm so holy. It's all this psychic attack that happens because I'm such a good person. Here we go again. When I roll my eyes. Okay, here we go. Down that hole again. And no matter how much you explain it to them, no, you have to change the way you think. You have to learn to forgive, project love, blah, 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 blah. And they say, yes, namaste, I heard you. But, there is this word called butt eraser. Not that butt, but B-U-T. There's a term they use in certain sales schools where they say butt eraser. Whatever you say, the minute you put the word but, it erases everything you said before that. So if you're sensitive to that word, when people are talking, the minute they hear the word but, when you hear the word but, forget what they just said. What they really mean is what comes after the but. So when people, they go, yeah, namaste, thank you so much for this teaching. I got it. But, I go, here we go. And my eyes goes, okay, here we go again. That butt thing again, that butt eraser. And sure enough, they start saying, but you don't realize that this person is this, and he's exactly attacking me now, blah, blah, blah. That's that. And then you know what happens? They just extended their misery. Nothing you and I can do about it. No matter how much you tell them, it's literally their mind's made up. They just have to learn it the hard way. What are you going to do? Make sense? So, when Sun Tzu said, build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat in, it's basically saying, learn to let matters pass. If it's really not that critical, and the person already shown remorse, you have more to gain for you and them as a person, as a soul, if you let little things pass. Learn to forgive, learn to let go. Now, let me add one thing. I know I'm way over time already in the lecture. Why is it a golden bridge? Why is it not like a beautiful hot pink bridge? Hot pink, or magenta or green or whatever. Now, I don't know if he did this on purpose, but when you see the word gold in spiritual teaching, high spiritual teachings, gold is basically part of this so-called alchemical process. When you say alchemical process, it's transforming. You see, transformation and transmutation. Transformation is converting, from one state to another state. But it could go up in frequency or down in frequency. Usually, when you say transmute, it goes from lower to higher. Okay? So when you say transmute, you're transmuting anger, resentment into love and forgiveness. It's going in this direction. So if you have a clairvoyant who could see energy, you will notice that a person so angry and upset all the time, full of vengeance, hatred, and everything else, the aura is grayish. It looks like lead. Okay? Lead, when you hold it, it's like heavy. And you also notice when you people who are complain all day long, they're always so negative, and you're with them, it's like, ugh, man, this person feels heavy. Because energetically, it's heavy. Once they learn to forgive and let go, the heart chakra gets activated. There's a hint of pink. And then as the crown gets activated, there's a violet coming down. Then that means the aura and the chakras are being purified. The grayish energies are being disintegrated as well as replaced by, lighter colors, greens, blues, and lots of violet. That's why some of you, when you meditate, you see a lot of violet. Now, violet raises your frequency. When your frequency raises to a certain level, when your crown becomes even more activated, more divine energy comes down. When that divine energy hits your aura, and your entire aura is filled with this so-called divine energy or electric violet, you start seeing gold sparks. That's why some of you meditate. Yeah, it looks like somebody's flicking the switch on and off. You guys notice that? Or you see lights, white, gold, violet, so on and so on. Those little flashes are like meteor showers where the divine energy hits your aura, and the point of contact, it turns golden. So imagine you have a saint that is constantly forgiving. The heart is the heart of service. So that divine energy coming down is so much, and it's being absorbed by the entire system. The entire aura becomes golden. That's why you go to Buddhist temple, you have golden Buddha. You go to Hindu temple, you have golden idols, right? Golden Krishna, golden Ganesh, golden Ganesh. You go to some Catholic churches, they have golden images of saints. Now, of course, people who don't understand this will start saying, yeah, you see, these people, they practice idolatry. On some level, if you don't understand the deeper teachings, yes. Once you understand the teaching, it's giving you an open secret, saying, hey, those guys are gold, to tell you, learn to forgive and let go, so that any anger, resentment that you have will be transmitted to high frequency, turning your aura into gold. Oh, I thought they're just showing off that their church or the temple is rich. Hey, people. Anyway, takes a lot of patience, doesn't it? All right, anyway, clear? So the reason it's called a golden bridge for them to retreat, that means you learn to forgive, learn to let go. That's symbolized by that golden bridge. You forgave and let them go and gave them that path to live with dignity. That's that. Shall we meditate? Put your hand like this. Focus on your crown gently, or just put your attention on your crown. I am that. I am. I'm not the body, I'm not emotion, I'm not the thoughts, I am the soul. I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence, divine love, and divine power. I am that. The soul, the spiritual self. I am connected in one to my higher soul. I am connected in one to the divine spirit in me. I am a child of God, I am one with God, I am one with all. There's only oneness. And so it is. Now open your hands in blessing. Just say, our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. Be aware of your heart and your hands. Fill the earth with beautiful pink light. Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Wherever there's hatred anywhere in the world, anywhere, within me, within my family, my workplace, my city, my country, anywhere in the world, let me sow unconditional love. Where there's injury, let me sow pardon and forgiveness. Forgiveness. Forgiveness heals the soul. Let my soul be filled with forgiveness. So be it. Where there's doubt, let me sow faith. Where there's despair, let me sow hope. There's so much uncertainty in the world right now. So many people are losing hope for a better future, especially the people in Ukraine. Let's fill them with beautiful pink light and later again with golden light, filling the Ukrainian people and the entire region with peace, with love, with hope, and with faith in a better tomorrow. So be it. Where there's darkness, let me sow light. Where there's sadness, let me sow joy. Just say our hearts are one, and in this oneness may all be blessed with peace, with love, with a spirit of forgiveness and reconciliation, with hope and with faith, with light and joy. So be it. So be it. And so it is. Now be aware of your heart. Take a deep breath. Be aware of your crown. Exhale and just stay there. Your crown is filled with so much golden light. The golden light from your crown just flowing down through your hands and filling the earth. From the heart of God, through my soul, through my entire being, may every person, every being on earth be blessed with loving kindness. Let all be blessed with great joy and happiness, with understanding, harmony, and divine peace. May all be blessed without exception. So be it. Fill the earth with golden light. And once more, fill the Russian-Ukrainian area with golden light, transforming the area into peace, areas of peace and love and kindness, and especially reconciliation. Visualize everyone putting down their arms, their weapons, realizing that we're all a spiritual family, spiritual brothers and sisters, regardless of the container, the body, the belief, and the culture. There's only oneness. So be it. So be it. Now be aware of your heart, be aware of your crown, take a deep breath. Exhale, imagine golden light even brighter than before pouring through all of us and filling the entire earth. You say our hearts are one, our souls are one, our spirits are one. From the center of the heart of all loving God, through my spirit and through my soul, and through my entire being, may every person, every being on the entire earth, especially in the Ukrainian, Russian area, be blessed with God's unconditional love and kindness. Let all be blessed with inner healing, inner peace. May all be blessed with understanding, with harmony, goodwill, and the willingness to do good. So be it. So be it. May all be blessed with peace, love, and kindness. Focus all your energy, all of us as one. Pour that beautiful golden light into the Ukrainian Russian area. If you're sensitive, you might feel like almost energy being sucked out of your hand. Just let it flow. That's how much is needed. Bless the place with peace, with love, with kindness, and reconciliation. So be it. Let the energy spread to all the political leaders. Bless them with peace, love, and kindness. So be it. So be it. To intensify the blessing, we will chant Om Mani Padme Hum, the universal prayer of mercy, mantra of mercy and compassion. And just pour that energy into the area. Om Mani Padme Hum. most places with peace, love, and mercy. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om. Now gently put your hands down. Keep your eyes closed. Keep your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Just be still. A few inches above your head, imagine a beautiful golden sun, a golden star just floating there. From your heart, send a stream of love from your heart up to your throat, to the center of your head, to your crown, past your crown, and into that golden sun. And stay there. You, the soul, are now listening and meditating. Om. Mani. Padme. Hum. Om. Let go. Just let things be now. Gently, slowly come back to your physical body. Gently move your fingers, move your toes. Gently and slowly come back. Raise your hands in blessing. Let's release the excess energy. First, visualize all the people you love in front of you. Fill them with beautiful golden light. May all of them be blessed with good health, with happiness, with abundance and prosperity, and spiritual oneness. So be it. Bless your friends, your loved ones. Fill them all with beautiful golden light. Now you know why we use golden light. It's a transmuting effect. So if somebody's angry, you basically pour golden light into them. They can only keep that anger at a certain point. It transmutes it. Now you know. Now beware of your feet and the base of your spine. Project golden light down into the earth. Let our beloved Mother Earth and all her children and all of creation be blessed with divine light, divine love, and divine power. Let our beloved Mother Earth be healed, regenerated, and revitalized. Blessings be to Mother Earth. So be it, and so it is. Now continue flooding the earth below you with golden light. This is very, very important so you don't space out. Otherwise, the more you meditate, you start going, and it's affect your finances. This part will anchor you down. Okay? All right. Let's give thanks to the Divine Supreme God, Divine Father, Mother. Thank you. To all the spiritual elders, holy masters, saints, archangels, holy angels, and spiritual helpers. Personally, to my teacher, Master Choco Sui Mahagujume, thank you. Thank you for the love, the light, the divine healing, guidance, help, and protection. We thank you in full faith, and so it is. All right. So I hope you enjoyed the meditation. We kind of, how's the word? We let you swim in the nothingness with a little extra booster rockets. So I think some of you go, what? Yeah, you were out for about, the silence was about 3 to 4 minutes. And if I were to ask you, did you notice the time? Most of you say, no, that was 3 minutes. I didn't even know how long it was. Exactly. That's why you go watch the morning video. We talked about how time is related to spirituality. That way you won't be saying something silly like, there's no such thing as time. There is time. It's just, it moves at different rates in different dimensions. That's all. Okay? Because when you say there's no time, when you said that statement, the start of it and the end of it, time already moved. So what you say is wrong, right? So there is a different rate or different pace. And the key is as you raise your frequency, the time of the soul and the time of the earthly life are different but connected. So one can influence the other. Think about it. Namaste, everyone. You all take care. And we will see you Friday. And the morning is emotional healing. The evening is prosperity healing. That's this Friday. So get your saltwater buckets ready. And I think that's it. Oh, just to look ahead, we're coming up to the 3 most powerful full moons of the year. Full moon of Aries, Taurus, and Gemini. I hope I got those right. Yeah, Aries full moon. That means next month, the Wesak Festival that's what month are we in anyway? Okay, April, May is Wesak, May 15, and then Gemini. So that's the most powerful full moons. And a lot of you joined us already. And we're going to have the same thing, 7 days of preparation before Wesak. So we have 1 to 2 hours of lecture and cleansing and healing every single day leading up to that powerful full moon. And every year we have several thousand people joining us, and it only increases every year, so the energy gets more intense. All right, just kind of have you plan ahead. Okay, namaste, everyone. We will see you Friday. God bless. Take care. Bye.